Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is going to be a short video that will walk you through how to join a Zoom meeting, and also just touch on a little bit of the etiquettes of doing virtual meetings. Zoom has gained popularity recently due to the hold still on in-person meeting and events. And so you may have heard of Zoom before, or maybe you've tried to use it before and you thought it was a little bit tricky. So this video will just touch on how to join a Zoom meeting. Zoom is a free virtual meeting platform. As you can see in front of you, I have the website here. Sign up, it's free. The free version is great. You will have some time limits on how long your conversation can go. But still, for being a free tool, it's a really great, useful one. You can use it just if you're trying to social distance and you still want to talk with family and friends, or you can use it if there's webinars or discussions, whether for your personal interests or for work that you'd like to join. And it's actually a pretty simple system to get into a Zoom meeting. You will need an email address. So the most common way for you to get invited into a Zoom conversation is to have the link and information emailed to you. So I have my email here. I have created a meeting in my account through the Monroe County Library System. And so if you are invited into a meeting, let's say you want to join a book club, or there's an event happening at the library, or like I said, maybe it's a personal event that you'd like to join, you're going to get something that looks similar to this. This has what my event name is, when my event is, the 11th at 8 or 2 o'clock. I'm a little late for my meeting. Join Zoom meeting. So this is going to be the most direct way to get to your meeting. You can also get to a meeting by adding the meeting ID and the passcode. But if you are to copy this, so if I highlight it and I right click on it, I can open it in a new tab. I'm going to click on that. And it should launch another window, and that will prompt me to join the meeting. If it doesn't, if it takes a little bit of time, you can come down here and go into launch meeting. If for some reason that doesn't work, you have two other options. You can download the Zoom app and load it to your desktop so that it will automatically pop up when you join meetings, or you can just join from your browser, which means you'll just be in that meeting as long as you're on the internet. I'm going to click on launch meeting because this should boot it. There we go. So it says connecting. Okay, so it's going to prompt you to check your speakers and your microphone. If you are joining a meeting and you do not plan on participating or speaking, you don't need to worry about whether your microphone works or not. But you do want to make sure that your microphone is muted, and I'll go over that again in just a second. So you want to test your speakers. Make sure those work so that you can hear what the speaker is saying. And then this is testing your microphone to make sure your microphone works. It does. Join with computer audio. So I'm going to exit out of here. This is my window for my group. So there are two participants in this group, and both of them are me. I am the participant here. This is what I am using on my computer, and then I am the host and I'm logged in on another computer. So normally you'll see who the host is and then all of the participants over here. If you're using a webinar that is a public webinar that may have lots and lots of people joining in it, you might not be able to see all of this. If it's just you and one other person, obviously you'll be able to see who is in your conversation if it's a smaller group. Down here, you have a couple different options. Join audio. So if you'd like to join, Oh, we already did that. If you'd like to join your microphone, you can have that on. So join with computer audio, you are using the computer audio. So down here, it has my microphone and it says unmute. So if you see the microphone or the camera with a red line through it, that means that you are muted. Your participants cannot see you. And that also means that your camera is not on. So they cannot see what you look like either. When you join a conversation, it's always good etiquette to make sure that you're muted. If you're not muted, everybody will be able to hear what's going on in the background. So if you're clicking your pen, if you're rustling your papers, if your dog's barking in the background or a train goes by, everybody in that group with you is going to be able to hear that. So it's just good etiquette when you join a conversation to mute yourself and to keep yourself muted unless there is a point when you can talk. I believe if it's a bigger event, they don't allow people to even have their microphones on. If you'd like to change these, if you just click on it, it will unmute it for you, right? So now I can see that my microphone is on. If I do this, my camera will turn on. We have the participants here. There's also, if you're doing a small group, you can have the ability to chat with people that are in your group. So you can type to everybody that's there. If you're doing a larger discussion or a large webinar, they will sometimes have this feature to ask questions. Sometimes they disable it though, so that you will not be able to use that. If you are done with your meeting, all you need to do is leave. So if I've had my conversation and I'm done with this, I can click leave, go to leave meeting, and then it will bring me to another web page that will just have Zoom on it, and I believe it's called like the after launch. Or it's going to prove me wrong this time. So I've left that meeting. I'm no longer in a meeting. So if I click on this Zoom here, it's going to take me back to the web page. Whatever conversation I was having is done. You never logged in, so you're not a part of anything anymore. You were just invited to that meeting. So you don't have to worry about if you have your webcam on or your microphone on, if that's still going to be attached to anything. It's not. You're done with your conversation. The Zoom website is pretty easy to use. So if you have an ID, right, a meeting ID or a passcode, you can also go through join a meeting. So you could enter your meeting ID. And this way it's a little bit trickier. You have to do a little bit more. So you want to copy that and put it in here. Okay, and then I believe it asks you for a passcode maybe. But you can see here that it brought up the same menu. So now it wants my passcode. I have to move this over. I'm just going to copy my passcode. And I'm going to put it right in here. And I have to do Control V. Let's see if it'll let me. Okay, so it still let me join the meeting that way. And it's taking me through all my prompts. Okay, right back where I was. I'm going to leave this meeting now. The quickest way to enter a Zoom meeting is having the link. If you join a webinar or a discussion through some kind of work event, chances are they're going to send you a link that you can copy, and it will send you right to the meeting that you need to go to. If for some reason they only send you a meeting ID and a passcode, you can do that right through the Zoom website. You would just go to join a meeting. Again, you don't have to sign in or sign up. If you are attending a meeting, it's only if you would like to host a meeting that you need to sign up for an account. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Again, if you have any questions or you are starting the process and maybe get a little stuck, you're always welcome to call up at any of your local branches with the Monroe County Library System, and we will do our best to walk you through the process and to answer your questions.